Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a fascinating psychological concept that honestly affects almost every single one of us. It's all about ambition, motivation, and this hidden trap that might literally be destroying your goals before you even take step one. We're going to break down the profound power of silence and exactly why your dreams might be dying the very second you speak them out loud. Okay, let's dive right into this. Have you ever told everyone about a massive new idea you had, you felt this incredible rush of excitement, and then suddenly, you just completely lost the energy to actually do it? If so, you are definitely not alone. To figure out exactly why this happens, we're going to look at a really powerful metaphorical story that hits the nail on the head for this universal human experience. Section 1. The Trap of Talking. Meet Simon. So, Simon is this young guy living in a small village, and he's got these massive, world-changing ambitions. But he suffers from a fatal habit. He is totally addicted to announcing his dreams before taking a single step. And it happened incredibly fast. Week 1, Simon marches through the market shouting that he's going to open the biggest shop in town. By week 2, the shop idea is abandoned, and he's loudly announcing he'll become a master potter instead. And by week 3, he loses interest in clay entirely. It's this rapid, endless cycle of vocalized dreams that just leaves his hands completely empty. You see, Simon was hopelessly stuck in this tragic cycle. First, he'd announce his dream as loudly as possible, just soaking up the applause and kind words from all the villagers. And honestly, this gave him an incredible rush of pride. He'd sleep wonderfully, feeling completely validated. But here's the kicker, and it always came the next morning. He would wake up feeling completely drained, with zero energy left to actually do the hard work. Section 2. The Tale of Two Seeds and the Village Elder's Lesson. Now, what's really interesting here is what happens next. At his breaking point, a deeply ashamed Simon confesses all his failures to a respected village elder, and the elder decides to show him exactly why he keeps failing, using two simple seeds. He has Simon plant the first seed deep down in the dark soil, hiding it in complete silence. But the second seed? The elder holds it up high, loudly praising it to the village children, and then just leaves that exposed seed right on a rock in the open sun. Well, while the buried seed slowly sprouted into a strong green plant, that seed on the rock simply dried up and became bird food. Pointing to the small plant that actually survived, the elder turns to Simon and says something profound. A seed needs silence to grow. It needs darkness. It needs to stay hidden under the earth. Think about it. If you leave a fragile idea out in the open and just talk about it relentlessly, it simply dries up. It gets stolen by the wind. It never, ever becomes a tree. Section 3. Psychology of Premature Praise. Let's look at why your brain tricks you. So, what is actually happening in our minds when we act like Simon? Well, it comes down to a powerful psychological trap known as premature validation. Basically, when you share your dreams too early, your brain literally mistakes the social praise of vocalizing the plan for the actual satisfaction of finishing it. It's crazy, but your mind chemically registers the goal as achieved simply because of the applause. This brings us back to a crucial realization from the elder. The energy you need for action gets wasted in words. That's the core of it, right there. When you speak your big plans into the world, you are directly draining the exact motivational fuel you require for doing the actual difficult work. Literally, your heart loses the fire to keep going because, well, you already feel finished. Simon never built his shop or mastered pottery because that early applause provided all the satisfaction he needed. He felt successful without ever putting in the labor, so he simply never felt the need to finish what he started. Moving on to Section 4, the power of silent action. Building in the dark. Let's see how this builds. Simon actually takes the elder's lesson deeply to heart and makes a radical shift in his approach. He chooses one simple goal, to build a wooden chair. But most importantly, he tells absolutely no one, not a single soul. He just starts working in a quiet corner every single evening after his chores. By keeping his mouth shut, Simon experiences these immediate, incredible benefits. There's no one asking annoying questions. There are zero outside expectations or social pressures weighing him down. His focus is directed purely on the wood and his own hands. And, this gives him the space to make mistakes and learn slowly in the dark, without an audience. This created a monumental shift in how he felt about himself. He transitioned from empty pride, that fleeting rush you get from just using words and seeking applause, to real pride. And real pride is a deep, quiet satisfaction that only comes from taking action and building something tangible. When Simon finally finished the chair, his neighbor saw it and was completely floored. He asked, "When did you make this? You never told anyone." Simon just smiled and said, "I wanted to finish it first." Section 5. Protecting your own dreams. Letting your work speak. Now, as you might guess, Simon eventually became a highly respected master craftsman, entirely because he stopped announcing his plans. So I want to ask you directly, how many dreams have you shared too early only to watch them just kind of fade away? Because every time you speak about your grand plans before you execute them, you're giving away your power. You're allowing the reactions of others to replace the necessity of your own effort. So, here is what we really want you to take away from this explainer today. Keep your fragile ideas close to you. Let them grow in the dark, quiet soil of your discreet labor. Force your actions to completely replace your announcements. You've got to fiercely protect your dreams from outside influence, especially in those early, delicate stages. Silence and consistency, those are your ultimate tools for success. I want to leave you with this absolutely crucial truth. The world only needs to see what you have built. That's it. Finished results are the only announcement you will ever need. You don't need to tell people you're planting a tree, just show them the tree once it's fully grown. So, I'll leave you with this final thought for today. The next time you feel that burning urge to tell everyone about your incredible new plan, just pause. Stay quiet. Ask yourself, will you let your next big idea grow in the dark, or will you leave it out on the rock to dry up? Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer, and good luck building in silence.